Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense set on first down. Handoff from the shotgun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going. And the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on second. Back up top. Right on target this time. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup.
You don't have to throw post routes to get great stats. No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him go.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
That's how you have a short memory. That's how you forget about the big play that just happened. And you line up in your stance and you respond. Great job by the defense, lining up, getting after the quarterback, even after they made a big play.
Got it set up on the outside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Moore. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
He's got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. With jet sweep pass. And they're able to get him down.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Every
throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quick pass on the jet motion. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
To the air. It's Nussmeier. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Pocket start. He'll take the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw it again. Slings it. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
It's caught downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown LSU.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll ride his man on the option. This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Dropping back, it's Ewers. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. The Longhorns want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going over the top. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me 1 too.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Going up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Durham. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet.
He's going up top. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He'll take another shot here. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
and they'll send out the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. On the run, it's Blue. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They'll leave it with him. He's there to make the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Ewers. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
On third down, going up top. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, this defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking up.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Unleashes one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Tigers will hustle to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Right place, right time. Linebackers are usually big physical guys you see play the run a lot. Hard to get 2 interceptions in a game. Special player making special plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lacey. Slips through the line. Oh, one vision. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. He'll set up to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Back for another drive.
Well, it's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be greedy, and that's what they're doing now. They've got the lead, and they're like, no, we're still going to go onside, kick this thing, and try to maintain possession and just not give you the ball back. And that's exactly what they did. They go out, they execute, they have it, and they're trying to add insult to injury.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Now on second down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. A shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Wow, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's not afraid to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have...
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't connect a costly turnover on down.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
They'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
The running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
He'll start this drive firing. Got it behind the line. It's Lacey. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way.
Or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Going for it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on third down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick six.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try to get the edge on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Steps away. At the 35, he's loose. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. Wants to throw. It's Ewers. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to take off. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
It's tough, man. On 3rd down, you're trying to throw against a nickel defense who've got extra DBs on the field, and it's just a lot faster. The window's closed so much quicker. So good job not seeing it open. Just take off and get what you can get now, setting up a 4th and very manageable situation.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Looking to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Lacy. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll throw it on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the left. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going for the big play. Makes the catch on the left. Open runway ahead. 10. Touchdown Longhorns. They move on top here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
On the ground. He's not going to make it. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The aerial assault continues. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Trying to take it back. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
This time he's got it. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Nussmeier. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Texas! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be
looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's taking the deep shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Really nice job there by the safety back in the middle of the field. You see his range and the speed. He's able to close on the ball and then knock it away. Nice play.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the defense came into this game with a great game plan, and today they have been challenged, and they have answered that challenge. That was phenomenal coverage, reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the ball. You cannot do it any better than that.
Fires into the end zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Here comes the Texas offense. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. The 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That play could not have happened at a better time if you're this defense. You're trailing by one possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the interception. Here we go. An opportunity now to at least go down and tie the game.
It's incomplete, and they had a chance in the end zone, and he just couldn't come up with it, and that's going to do it. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that.